Hi, welcome in. I'm Shelby. Welcome to Pine and Iron, where we focus on integrity, strength, and building form. Let's get started. If you're new to strength training, this is an intro video on the different types of equipment we're going to use or can be utilized in the gym and what they're used for. Let's jump on in. So the first piece of equipment is the dumbbell. This may look familiar to you. This is a very widely known piece of equipment that we use. Normally you're gonna see them in pairs so you can work both sides of the body at the same time. It's really great for if you're working stability or if you wanna work one or both sides at the same time. You can do different isometric holds while you're moving one side, and I know I'm getting into some maybe depth there, but it's a great place to start, and it's a great place how to learn your movement patterns. So if you're doing like a dumbbell, shoulder press or something like this is a great starting option so you can learn that movement pattern. Kettlebells. They look like a bell, so they have the weight here and they have a handle. They're great for carrying. You can do swings with them. They're kind of more for an athletic movement. You can do explosive movements with them. Just depends on your weight. You'll see a lot of people doing farmer's carries where you're holding the kettlebell down by your side. So this is a really great piece of equipment used in the gym. Here we have a barbell. This is a very widely known piece of equipment. It's used for squats, deadlifts. You're probably gonna see a lot using those two things. There's some really cool things about this. If you don't know, right, it has a smooth part here in the center. And then you're gonna feel where it gets rough. The rough part is typically where you're gonna hold. It's cross-hatched, or there's different patterns in there so that way you have grip. You're gonna see white on it sometimes. That's just chalk that helps if you have like your hands are clammy or damp for some reason. And then, sorry, my dog is there. I'm gonna bring this in. I don't know if you can see where it's smooth. It goes from the knurl to the smooth. There's knurl, and then there's a smooth bar right here again. That's just gonna help you know your hand placement. So if you're doing something like a wide grip chest press or something like that, you're gonna know exactly where your hand went, so that way you can replicate that on every set. Resistance bands are another great thing to use in the gym. So they create tension. It's not just lifting weight. These are great for mobility exercises, warm-ups. There's a lot of different things that you can do with them. You can use them, they come in different sizes. So this is a light one. This is a heavier one because it's a lot thicker. There's a lot more tension, so they would call that weight, but there's a lot more tension on this band versus this band. You can use them at any muscle that you're using, or any muscle that you're working, you can use the resistance bands, and it's gonna help bring in that kind of resistance that you're looking for if you're not just pushing weight. It's good if you're learning certain forms as well. This is a slam ball. You may see these, there's a couple different versions, but this is actually an 8-pound ball, so it's not extremely heavy. They're great for athletic movements, explosive movements, even some great stress relief. If you just feel like you just need to slam something down, this is your guy right here. They come in a lot of different sizes. I think I've seen 4 pounds all the way up to like 30 or 40. Getting started, you're not gonna need something that's heavy weight. This is a great option if you're doing core. That's what I use it a lot for. So a lot of versatility with these. Here, and lastly, the last thing I'm gonna go over are plates. You're gonna hear these as plates, bumper plates. The bumper plates are typically the rubber ones. This is what I have because they're good if you're doing, let's say, deadlifts, for instance, and you drop the bar. The rubber is so much better to land on than the cast iron, which is like, they're gonna feel like iron, which is kind of what the kettlebells I have are made out of. You don't wanna drop the cast iron plates, you wanna drop bumper plates. Although I don't suggest that because we need to have control over our weight. But they also have something called change plates. They're a lot smaller in diameter. They're probably like this inner circle size where you have like 2.5 and 5 pound weights. If you're going to, if you're doing a shoulder press and you're like, dang, I can't put 10 pounds on each side. Those change plates are low weight and just smaller, and it'll help you build those small increments to get you to that next PR or the next big weight that you want to lift. So this is all the equipment we went over: the kettlebells, dumbbells, slam ball, bands. I know they're kind of a bird's nest over there. Then you have our bumper plates and our barbell. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments and hit that subscribe button for the next video.